So this is going to be a little bit of a different video today. I'm going to be talking about the channel, giving you a general update with how I want the channel to go, and also explaining where and what is going to happen in the future regarding this. So the first thing, you've probably noticed that I have started to stream to YouTube as well. Now, the reason for this is that I want a higher quality VOD for people to be able to watch. And the way YouTube is for chatting, YouTube is pretty awful. It's a pretty awful chat experience for the live streams. However, for actually watching just a stream and you're lurking on in the background, YouTube is better than Twitch. It's just how it is. You can pause the stream, you can easily go back through and watch something back very, very easily. So for people who are just lurking and don't really want to be, chatting all the time or whatever, you can watch a higher quality video on YouTube through there. It also makes me more money because then I have like double the ads, but that's a different story. Now, channel members on YouTube. You have basically been... Well, I mean, you don't really gain any benefits at the moment, do you? And I do appreciate you all for being a channel member, because it just means that you want to support me because you like my content or want to support me as a person, which I thoroughly, thoroughly appreciate. However, you are going to get some benefits now. Starting next Saturday on the 5th of October, you will get a video 1 week before everybody else. And what this video will be is 3 games in a certain tank that you, the channel members, get to pick. So this will be 1 week earlier than the rest of the people will see it. So every single Saturday now, there is going to be a video out on a certain tank. The YouTube channel members will pick what tank it's going to be, and in that video I'll play 3 games with the tank, and I'll try and explain to the best of my abilities how to play and how to be better in that vehicle. Once that video comes out on Saturday, there will be a poll for YouTube members only on my community tab where you can vote for what vehicle you would like. I'll list a few different vehicles that I'm considering playing, and also if you want to see a vehicle especially, leave a comment and I'll put that in the next poll. So this video that I'm recording right now will be out on the 27th of September. On the 28th of September, you will have a poll ready for you to vote for what vehicle you would like. I'll leave a link to the community tab in the description because it's not always so easy to get to, especially if you're on desktop. You don't actually even see the posts on your subscription feed or anything like that. It's really, really weird. On mobile, you'll see it no problem. But on the desktop app, it's a little bit more complicated. And my main goal with this is obviously to generate more income. More channel members. You get benefits for it now. So hopefully that should incentivize some people to become channel members to help me out financially with my content creation. And as you always know, I will 100% tell you if it's for money or not. This is for money. It will help me out and hopefully you get something out in return. And I did put out a community post saying that I would like to go down this route into giving channel members more access or whatever. I was going to make it so it's channel members only, and there was no way of other people seeing these videos. However, 1 week early access, then you kind of, after a week or so, it should be that the videos are just flowing like normal. There should be one week where basically the public don't get it, and then that next week it should be public get it, but they're a week behind. So it's fine. It should work out absolutely fine. And it's only one video that you're really, getting early access at the moment. I don't want to make all my videos early access because that is a logistical nightmare. Especially with events and stuff like that, it's not gonna be very good for my channel in general. But I think that 1 video per week where I'm just showing you a tank, helping you out hopefully, that should be absolutely fine. Now, moving on to what content I would like to see on this channel or what I want to make. Now, if you have seen my latest stream, that is me marking the entire Centurion tech tree line. That is going to be turned into a video. Now, I don't really know how I'm going to do this and how long it's going to take me, but I want to try and make a video where it's a long format and I go through marking each of the tanks and then make that into a video. That is what I plan on doing. Now, that doesn't mean that all the other videos are going to stop until then. That video will probably take me a good few months to actually make. 1, because I'm actually going to need to mark them all, and 2, because it's probably going to take just as long in editing as it did to actually mark the tanks. And I am well aware that because this is the first time that I am trying to create something of this kind of scale, it's probably not going to be that great. And there'll be a lot of room for improvement, but hopefully for the next one, I should have learned a lot. Now, for the other videos, what do I want to do? Well, I don't want to do as many gameplay videos, because from what I have found, they just don't do very well. And if I am going to do a gameplay video, I limit it down to only one game. Because if I go for any more than that, the retention on the video just kind of keeps dropping off. Unless I keep having consecutively, like, insane game after game after game. As much as you like seeing, or people say that they like seeing, honest World of Tanks gameplay where you just suck out and die, it doesn't do well on YouTube. It just doesn't. People will click off and they will go and watch something else. So I'm going to be changing up that to make it only one game in a video. I may talk for a little bit and then go into gameplay. That I don't know. But I'm making these videos a lot more concise, because anything more than one game, people will start to click off. Now, this might not mean that the videos are actually shorter, because if you look at my last video where I said, are these tanks good? That was just the 3 new tanks, but I played a game in each. And they weren't even very good. That was an awful session that I had. But I played a game in each tank, and then I told you about it. And I think for when new tanks do come out in the future, that is what I'm going to be starting to do. I'll be just doing a video on all of the tanks at once in one video, even if the video is slightly longer, rather than making a single individual video for each one. Now, regarding tank reviews and tank guides, you will notice that there are 2 different ones on my channel. The guides are not the same as a tank review. The tank review is something where I've played at least like 15 to 20 games in the vehicle, because by then, because of my experience in-game, I should know how the tank should perform. Now, the reason for this, and why it's not, say, like 50 games, is just due to time. I cannot play 50 games in every single tank. I will run out of time to make the video if I've done that. But if I've played at least like 15 or so games, at the minimum 15, I should have a very good idea of what the tank is close to and how that tank performs in-game. The tank guides, on the other hand, are only for tanks that I have free marked. Now, this is where I'm going to run into an issue, because I'm not necessarily good enough to free mark every single tank in the game. So, you know, they will happen when they happen. But that is the distinction between a tank review and a tank guide on this channel. The tank review can just be where I've played the game, I give you my opinion, what I think of it. Remember, my opinion, okay? If that doesn't agree with you, you're fine and entitled to disagree. But you can't tell me that my opinion is wrong, which is something that I've been struggling with over the past, well, however long I've been running, you know, doing YouTube and stuff. And I'm going to start honestly just giving you my opinion, because I don't care anymore. If I think the tank is bad, I'm going to tell you that the tank is bad. If that doesn't agree with you, fine. I don't care, right? You shouldn't care about my opinion if you think the tank is good and I say it's bad, okay? Ignore my opinion. Move on to someone else. And I think that's the beauty of having tank reviews and people making content on it. They're going to disagree with different things. You know, a review is not so much about facts other than what the stats are. Past that, it's how you experience the vehicle in the game. Loads of people are going to disagree with everything, no matter what you do. So I'm just fed up and done with trying to justify my opinions to people on what I think about a tank. I will just tell you what I think about a tank. If you don't agree with it, I don't care anymore. I will say the vast majority of you are absolutely fine. It's only a few people, and when you read the comments, the negativity sticks with you more than the positivity, right? The majority of people get my sarcasm that I make in videos. They understand my, you know, opinions on different things, and they just accept it. And if that doesn't, you know, if that differs to theirs, they move on with their lives. They don't care, right? It's fine. But like, for example, the T103, I think it is a terrible, terrible vehicle. Inside the Bond store, however, there's not that many other options, which means that you're, I mean, kind of limited. And it doesn't look that bad inside in comparison to all the other tanks inside the Bond store. But you compare it to the rest of the tanks, it's bloody awful. So this is exactly what I mean. I could have an opinion about one tank and you might not agree with it. But then I could also have an opinion about the same tank, but with a different kind of outlook on it. And then people say, oh, why have you changed your mind? I haven't changed my mind. The T103 is bloody awful. So that is how everything is at the moment. Let me know your thoughts down below. As always, I am streaming on Twitch pretty much every day of the week at the moment. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. I'll hopefully see you on Twitch if you do join me down there. And thank you very much for watching. Have a good weekend if you're watching this when it goes live. I'll see you next time.